Whoever said girls don't aim good? Let's see here. Oh, man. Whoa.
Oh, hey!
Excuse me.
Tony?
Hello, Father. Good swimming this morning.
Why, thank you, Tony. Though I cannot take credit for the material.
No, I guess not.
Is something wrong, Tony? Tell me, what did you really think of it? Go ahead, be honest.
Well, actually, I didn't really understand it. Something about neighbors getting beat up.
Oh, actually, it's about doing the Lord's work. It's about being a good servant to your brother. It's about your heart, Tony.
My heart? What's wrong with my heart?
No, your actual heart. Your motivation. About why you do the things you do.
Maybe you should tell me that story again.
Well, that's a good idea. Comes right out of Scripture, you know. Let's take a look here. It's in Luke, chapter 10. Somewhere here. Verse 27. And he said unto the Lord, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy spirit, and thy neighbor as thyself. And the Lord said, Well, thou hast answered rightly. This do, and thou shalt live. But he, wanting to justify himself, said unto Jesus, And who is me neighbor? And Jesus said, Well, there came a man down from Jerusalem to Jericho, who fell among thieves. And they beat him, they stripped him of his raiment, and kicked him, and spit on him, and left him for half dead. Well, then by chance a priest came walking by, and the priest saw him on the side of the road. What did he do? He passed by on the other side. And likewise a Levite came along. He passed by on the other side also.
Excuse me, Father, but I'm already lost. I ain't never heard of what was that? Jerusalem, no Jericho. And why'd they take his raincoat?
Not raincoat. Raiment. It was what he was wearing.
Wait a sec. I thought he was wearing Levi's.
No. Levite. Not a pair of dungarees. A Levite is one of the 12 tribes of Israel that takes care of all the things of God.
Huh? I'm sorry, but this story just don't make no sense.
Oh, I see your point, Tony. Let me think a minute. What you need is something a little more practical. Something you can relate to. I've got it. Hang on a second here. Let's take a seat here. Let me tell you a story. A story about Vic Dixon. He's a private detective up on the East End of Metroville. Oh, he was down on his luck, he was. Not having cases in weeks. I mean, he was just living off of promises made by shady acquaintances. And, it's a wonder his secretary didn't leave him. She was just there because of promises made to her of much better than average future. But then, Tony, one night, he got his big break.
The big city, a fickle mistress, who lures you in with your promises of fame and riches, but only to leave you outside the door in a cold street wondering if it was worth it all. Things are never what they appear to be, like an old book and a nickel and dime, waiting for some poor sap to discover it's an original first print worth hundreds. The more you look at people, the less you want to know them. It's a city filled with lies and filth, a city where business is done on someone's word, a wink, a shake of the hand, the exchange of money down a dark alley. Who can he trust? Who are the good guys and who's your real neighbor? The name's Vic Dixon, private detective. It's my job to sort out your mess. I get paid to notice things, big things, small things. They're all clues to actions behind meaningless words. Everybody leaves them. It's my job to find them. It was late. I was looking in the obituaries, hoping to find some poor soul who left his life prematurely. I ain't seen a case in 3 weeks and rent was due. I needed to find a dame with deep pockets, Someone who needed to put her Humpty Dumpty life back together. Somebody who would pay me to do what the king's horses and men couldn't do. Bring a bad neighbor to justice, and maybe break her heart along the way.
Hey, Vic, when are you gonna pay me? I got a landlord threatening to toss me out like yesterday's donuts.
Sorry, doll, times are tough. But I have a feeling our luck's gonna turn real soon, and then you can buy yourself a decent pair of shoes.
You always say things like that, but you're never around when I need you.
You never need me when I am around.
Come on, Vic. I need money, not talk. I gotta pay rent tomorrow, and you got no prospects, dead or alive. Save your luck for the game Friday night. I gotta take care of number one, and if that means quitting you and taking a job in some greasy spoon, that's what I gotta do, Vic.
I got this friend who owes me.
We all got those friends, Vic. But it's time to face reality.
Now, this guy owes me a big one. I pulled his kid sister out of the river a few months back. He's a building inspector, and I'm sure your apartment's not exactly up to code. I'm sure he can talk some sense into your landlord.
Oh, Vic, would you do that for me?
Sure, doll. That's what extortion's for.